All right, y'all. So, yeah, I'm doing a YouTube car video. It would actually be better, honestly, if I had my phone and I was like, "Hey, YouTube, da 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 da," all that bullshit. No, but yeah, right now I'm just parked in a empty lot, almost empty for a high school, and I think they're doing some type of they're using the football field for something. Um, Whatever. I was at the parked, and I felt weird about being parked in a park. That's a lot of parks, but you know what I mean. Like, if it's a park, if it didn't have a playground, I wouldn't feel weird. But like, because it's a playground with kids and shit with and families, I feel weird just being parked there. Um, You're probably wondering why I'm parked. I didn't gauge my timing right, and so I'm buying like a bunch of cameras from some dude off the Facebook Marketplace, um, and there was no traffic, and I actually went to Walmart before I came here, and there was no lines in Walmart. So I guess I'm just running early, so I'm kind of stuck waiting on this guy. Um, you know, and we're meeting at. I honestly, I we probably should have met at the park. He was like, "Let's meet at the fire station." You know what? I don't take things seriously sometimes, but I probably should because people do get like robbed and like murdered from like meeting up for online sales, and so I never really consider it, but you know it is a thing, so I probably should consider it. I bought one of my first Facebook Marketplace buys was like a 110 camera. I shouldn't have done it, but so the 110 camera was really cheap, but it was like in a town that it ended up being like 40 minutes each way, and the actual place where I picked it up was like off the beaten path, a real rough looking trailer park. I was like, man, dude, this is like, you know, this feels like where lynchings happen. And I was like, man, I probably shouldn't have came and picked this up. But I got the camera, and honestly, the camera didn't work correctly because I haven't tried it since I first got it because it was a 110. I was using expired Fuji Katsu film. I think that's what it's called. But that film is known to not fit in certain cameras since it's new. It's a slightly new cartridge type. What I mean, it fits in most cameras. It just didn't fit in that one. And so the Lomo 110 films usually are made to the exact same specs as Kodak 110 film, because Lomo got a hold of some Kodak 110 machines, and that's what they're using to make it. So, and it's got like a little American flag and somebody's initials. You know, somebody loved that camera back in like the 80s and the 90s. So God bless them. I love using these old cameras because you kind of think when you finally put some film in them, when was the last time they were used? You know, was it like a birthday party? Was it a wedding? I shot most of a roll of 16 millimeter yesterday on a pretty janky old Kodak Cine 16 BB. I was, you know, it's frozen on f8. I've talked about that before, so I'm having to hold stacked ND filters in front of it to get it to the proper f-stop. I wonder how shitty that footage turned out, but whatever, it's fun. Um, in retrospect, instead of getting 2 rolls of 60 millimeter film for that camera, I probably, at figuring out that the f-stop was stuck, I probably should have said the hell with that and then just got some more Super 8 cartridges, which are a little bit easier to use, and my Super 8 camera is tested. I've put film through it. I've gotten film developed from it, so I know it works great. That would have been a better bet, but I really wanted to shoot some 16, so whatever. So these cameras, it's there's about 4 or 5 cameras in the lot that I really want, but I'm went ahead and bought the entire lot of them together so I can donate some of those cameras to the film photography project. So if you guys have old cameras that are still in at least somewhat working order and can be fixed pretty readily, you can donate them to Film Photography Project. Just look it up online. They have a camera donation thing. And what they do is they send it to high schools and college photography programs. So, like I said, there's probably 4 cameras that I really want. There's like a Canon Snappy. It's like a little Canon point and shoot. There's a Minolta SRT. I want to check that out to see if it's actually working. There's a Canon T50, which is just a pretty standard old manual Canon. I don't know if it has a full auto mode, but I'm pretty sure it has a program mode. There's a 110 camera, and there's like an old Instamatic. Yeah, the 110 is a Vivitar, and the Instamatic is it's Kodak Instamatic. I think it's a Kodak Instamatic 25. And there's a Magic Cube on it. I really want the Magic Cube. I might shoot some, shoot some film through that little camera just to check it out. And then everything else, one of those cameras I'm gonna do Facebook giveaway for free. It's like each community has a Facebook page where people just give stuff away for free. So there's like a little Keystone 35 millimeter point and shoot fixed focus plastic camera. That'd be for someone who just wants to shoot like disposable cameras. That's good. So hopefully someone in the community will use that and get into film. And then the rest of them, including a movie camera. There's a Keystone Zoom 8 in there, which I already have one of those, which I was already going to send off to FPP. So I'll send this one off as well. There's a Brownie Hawkeye. I love Brownie Hawkeyes. I have one. I dropped it and it's cracked, and so when I use it, I have to tape it up now. So getting a new one is nice. So I'll definitely take that. But yeah, some fun stuff to play with, and then get ready to give away. So yeah, that's all I'm doing. The barbecue went okay. I burnt some hot dogs. Which I like burnt hot dogs. You can't eat them too much because all that charcoal that forms on the meat has it's a carcinogen. You can't eat too much of that bullshit. Plus, there's so much sodium in it anyway, right? Getting old, I kind of have to deal with that. Anyway, this is running like a little bit longer than 5 minutes, so I'm gonna cut it off here. But yeah, and this is shot with my little handy digital camera, which my son broke a piece off of it, which yesterday, so that sucks. But whatever, we'll make it work.